Hello, welcome to part 3 of our 3-Star the Valley series here on Cradled in the Chains. Today we're playing Oak Hill and going for 3 stars. This is the last course that I would consider to be easy with basic discs. We're starting out with a long par 4 here. Just going to throw a forehand with the Explorer. You really just want to make sure that you're not pinched off by that tree that you can see on the left. If you backhand, you can end up under it and it can be a little bit tricky. We're just going to throw an upshot here. I believe I was using the compass for that one just to keep it nice and controlled. And tap in for birdie. That hole is one that you're going to be playing for eagle once you have distance drivers, but in the early game it's birdie. Hole 2, we're going to be up on the hill. This is one that the stability of the Explorer here really shows because it comes all the way back towards the basket and even ends up going past it a little bit thanks to the big skip attribute that I have on that Explorer, but stayed close enough that we're just going to tap in with the dagger. Just like the previous 2 videos, a lot of the putts will be throw-ins, not using the putting function, because quite frankly that's just the easiest way to do it. Hole 3 is another par 4, and following the trend, it's another par 4 that you're going to be looking to eagle once you have distance drivers, but with just an Explorer all we can do is play for birdie. And looks like I'm even going to go forehand on the second shot here just to control the distance, make sure I don't go long, and end up right underneath the basket for a nice little tap in. Moving on to hole 4. Yet another par 4. This one I find to be a little bit trickier than the previous 2 when you're using the distance drivers later on, but with the Explorer it's going to be pretty simple. 2-shot, just keep it in the middle. Nope, and you can see my phone was dying there. And then second shot with the compass. Nestles right up to the basket. Keeping those putts nice and easy when you're early in the game is going to help you a lot. Once you've gained some experience, it's not going to be too stressful to make some 40-footers. But early on, those can be a little bit stressful, so we're going to try to keep them nice and short. This hole can be a little bit dangerous because you do have the OB with the river, so I played it a little bit safe and a little bit out to the right of the river with an Explorer, which left me a kind of long upshot. So we're going to get down, aim under the wind here, still get a little bit of turn thanks to that headwind, but it should skip up to the basket for us. And another tap in. When you're throwing into a headwind, it's a good tip to kind of aim a little bit lower, and it's going to make the disc go to the right, so you want to factor that into your aim. It's going to put some turn on the disc. Here's another hole that can be a little bit tricky if you're not careful, because once you come over the hill, this river can come in play in front of the island green. If you're not careful, you can skip right into the river and take an OB stroke, which actually isn't that big of a deal usually, because once you're kind of used to what's going on, you can still make that putt for birdie, but just something to keep in mind. And there's our 6th birdie in a row. So we're 6 for 6 on Oak Hill. Moving on to hole 7. Another long par 4 that we're just playing for 3 in this video. I may eventually do another series where I go for high scores on each of these courses using my full bag, but for this we're just using the 3 discs. So here's a compass upshot, and I do go a little long, so I didn't really need full power there. Wasn't the best shot in the world, but it still gets the job done. We got a long putt with a 2 tailwind and just bang it right in. Hole 8. Another par 4. And this one, I play out to the left of this hill. Even when I have distance drivers, my play looks pretty much the same. It's just going to skip a lot further up there. So with the Explorer, we're right down at the base of the hill and we're just throwing up nice and easy, trying to land close to the basket for that easy birdie. The game is a lot different when you're playing for birdies instead of eagles. It's a little bit safer, a little bit harder to get into trouble. And there's our tap-in birdie on 8, so we have 1 hole left for our perfect round, so to speak, with all birdies. This one, I like to aim just left of that mandatory and just throw a straight shot and then let it kind of roll down this hill towards the basket. This is one where having that big skip on the Explorer probably helped me a little bit, so I might have gotten a little closer than you'd get with your typical Explorer shot. But still no problem knocking it in from 17 meters. And there's your 3-star on Oak Hill using only basic discs. Next up is going to be Lakeside, which is a little bit trickier, I think, so stay tuned for that one. Thanks for watching.